The inside of my backpack is a total disaster zone. Can you relate? Between filming and editing and just existing, I've thrown everything in. I've been transitioning into videography, it's been my passion for my whole life, and with that comes more gear. So before that, I just needed my laptop, my charger, and my mouse, and I was good to go. Now I have all of that, plus more. I knew that the minimal organization that my backpacks had and that I loved before wasn't doing it anymore, and I needed a tech pouch to organize everything so I didn't have to dig at the bottom of my backpack and just rifle through everything and find things, and also possibly damage my gear. I listed everything that I needed to pack in this tech pouch. Enter the Alpaka Gear Vertex Pouch, their largest tech pouch at 3.5 liters and probably one of the larger tech pouches that you can find on the market. When I was looking for a tech pouch that could fit all my needs, I looked at every brand and it just ended up that Alpaka Gear was the best one for my current needs. I did ask Alpaka Gear if they could send me this for testing and for review. I am a fan of their other products. I have reviewed the Alpaka Metro backpack on my channel. And this isn't just a tech pouch, heck pouch, desk caddy, and sling. First of all, it does sit flat on a surface, which I love because I can just use it like this. When I saw this feature, I was pretty sold on this already because it reminded me of a pencil case that I bought. It is a 2-in-1 pencil case, and you could just have it flat on your desk and then pull out whatever you need. And this is a feature that I really loved and I knew that I was gonna use. So when I saw that this sling tech pouch gear accessory thing could do that, I was like, I need to have this. It comes in multiple colors and it comes in multiple fabrics. There's the X-Pack version, which is of course more resistant, more durable, weatherproof. And then there is the Axoflux 600D. The X-Pack material is gonna be a little bit more expensive. If you don't need that extra durability, the Axoflux 600D is plenty fine. Also, it doesn't look as techy, whereas X-Pack, you can tell it's X-Pack. I went with the X-Pack just because I'm gonna throw this thing around and I wanted the maximum durability. They all have AquaGuard zippers, very quiet, beefy zippers, and very easy to open and close. It also has this very comfortable handle on the back, very, very beefy and chunky. So it makes it very easy to pull in and out of my bag. And it's a good size too. This size fits well in my backpacks. I can't speak for every single backpack out there, but I would say that generally a 20-liter backpack, this is gonna fit very nicely in it. My Bellroy Transit backpack, for example, I can slip it in here. A current new backpack of mine that I'm testing and playing out with is this Evergoods CHZ22. This sling also fits really nicely and it just falls, stack additional things on top. I don't know if they intentionally design it like that or it just so happens that all these backpacks kind of have the same proportion, but it works out. I pack everything that I need, I get to where I go, and then when I get there, I pull this out, open it up, and I have a whole workstation. And then I pull out all of the tech that I need, and it's very easy for me to pull things out. Additionally, I really like this, and I thought I would use it more. So far, I haven't needed to, but that depends on every project I'm on. But I really like that the sling option is there so that should I need to just pull things out in and out while I'm on a shoot and change things throughout the day, depending on the shoot, depending on what I'm shooting, I can just turn this into a sling, then pull things out as I need. The sling is also great if you're going to meetings and then you just need your laptop and it's like you're carrying a tech pencil case. Heck, put a pencil in there and you have a pencil case. How rude of me, I didn't even introduce myself this whole time. I'm Jess, and if you made it this far, chances are you probably like this video and that you should subscribe so you can see more. I review cycling, bag, coffee gear, and also everyday essentials that just make everyday life better. Turns out that 95% of you are not subscribed, and less than 10% of the audience has clicked on that bell notification. So that means that you may be missing my video. So if you are interested and you want to see the latest drops of my video and discover something new, click on the bell notification. What I really like with having this tech pouch, I tend to switch bags quite a bit now. I have two about 22 liter size backpacks that I use for more when I need to carry more stuff. And now if I want to switch between the two and bring all my gear, it's easy because I just have a tech pouch that I can throw into each bag and I don't have to repack all of my bits and bobs and maybe I forgot a cable here, maybe I forgot a cable in that bag. I just now plop this in the bag and I have all of my tech necessities right here. When I'm editing at home, I'll bring this on my desk as well, so I have everything in one place. So, and I don't have a lot of place on my desk. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny desk. So having all of this stored is very nice. stored and organized. It is very padded. This is a high quality pouch, which of course is gonna come with a certain price tag. So it depends on if you need something that high quality or not. This is definitely more structured and rigid and well made compared to a lot of other tech pouches that you would see that are going to likely be cheaper. So if you don't need that extra quality that, you know, and you're just looking for something that's the cheapest, this is not gonna be it. But if you're looking for something quality, if you're looking for well-designed, lots of options, good fabric, then of course there will be a certain price tag that comes with it because it's all better quality materials and every detail is well thought out, lots of R&D. The other thing that I liked with this that I wasn't even considering when I was looking for a tech pouch is the option to turn it into a sling. 2 attachment points at the back right here. The clip is very easy to pull in and out and to clip. Now, it's easy, but it's not easy enough that I would do this repetitively on a daily basis. But it turns out I don't use the sling on a daily basis. For about a week or two, I left the sling attachment here, but then I found it hard to get this to get into the bag. I didn't really want to bend the foam pad either. Now I just leave this at home. I do like that the clip spins completely, so the strap can sit comfortably on your body and you don't need to worry about the strap being twisted when you clip it in. Putting the clip on is easy. Taking it off requires a little more finessing, but it's still by no means difficult. I found that the easiest way to remove the clip was to press on the metal side on the plastic and then pop the clip out. First of all, the pad is fixed and sewn in. The strap padding is a high density foam. It's very comfortable. And then you have adjustability on each end of the sling. And there is minimal strap management with the little elastic bands, and it does the trick. One side loops on itself and is very clean, and on the other side, it allows for more adjustability so you get a really good fit, get it tight and close to the body if that's what you like. That's what I like. And the padded part of the shoulder strap is fixed, which is great because it means that when you sling the bag front and back, it will not move, which is typically what I found is an issue on other bags that have a padded strap. They also have this super chunky mags locks, which makes it easy to connect and disconnect. It locks in really well. It won't randomly come off either. I had this on another sling of theirs on the Bravo. It never ever came off unintentionally. It only ever came off when I needed it to come off. This is a very nice bulky buckle, but I don't know if it needs to be that bulky. As an everyday carry with a water bottle and all those other things that I carry in my daily life, this wouldn't be it. Personally, but nothing's stopping you from doing that. Like if I was traveling minimally, traveling light elsewhere, and I was minimizing the amount of gear I have on me, I would probably use this as a sling. So I do have that option, which is wonderful. I have other options that would just work better for my particular need. There is strap management with these little elastic bands. It's minimal. This side doesn't have any extra material because it just loops within itself. But then on this side, you do have this extra little piece to tighten it. So the strap management is useful on that side. Very bare bones, but it does the trick. So now let's open up the pouch and see what's inside and how I packed it to help you give an idea if this could work for you. First thing that I do when I open it is, well, I just throw my mouse on the top because it's big and bulky. I'll link all of these in the description down below if you're interested as well. This is the Lift ergonomic mouse, good for smaller hands. So the first thing you'll notice is this high-vis interior, honeycomb ripstop. On the X-Pack, it's a 200D. On the Axle Flux, it's actually a more resistant 300D. But it's the interior, so either one is very, very sturdy enough. And when I open it, you'll notice that this wonderful flap, it stays down, which is great. And it has this mesh here. It's where I put my spare battery. It's where I put my mic and my lavalier, which is on me right now. I'm using it to film, but what I like about this little zipper pouch is I just throw it in here. I do not roll it up together. What's really cool with this flap, other than it holding open like this, it's kind of like my Evergoods backpack actually. That's funny. There's also this exterior zipper, which is accessible and you can grab the same stuff that's in there. So this is kind of like your quick access pocket. I don't typically use it on the outside just because of my own needs. I haven't had to. Wherever I'm shooting or wherever I'm working, I just open it up and I just leave it like this and then grab whatever I need out of it. There's this accordion style compartment, which I really like because it just makes everything easy to see at a glance and also grab. Other tech pouches and organizers and even ones that I've owned would rely on this elastic mesh, which I found was more annoying to pack and unpack, like I couldn't just throw things in there. I had to be a lot more careful with it, and also with time, that elastic is just gonna lose its elasticity, and I don't want to think about having to replace that item. I want better quality and better design out of my products, but that's just me personally. Over here, I have this Tourbox Elite, which I love. I freaking love this thing. It looks so weird, but it works so well. I'm planning to do a review on this. I bought this myself a while back, and it has changed everything in my editing. I used to carry it in its own protective case, which is nice, but it is chunky. Since I'm unzipping something anyway, I just keep it in the Vertex pouch now. Way less bulky and way more convenient with this. These two big bulky items, my MacBook M2 charger, which is I think a 96 watts, so it's quite big. These really limited my options in terms of what pouch I could get. A lot of the pouches just wouldn't be able to fit this, because look at this, it's taking up like half of my bag. So I definitely needed this, and it just so happens that they fit super well side by side. So my Tourbox Elite, my MacBook charger, I put that in the front. Then we have two elastic mesh pockets here. It's the only elastic that we have in here. And I throw in a braided cable to use. It's actually the cable for this guy, but this one runs off of battery, but if I run out of battery, I have a backup, but I also use this to transfer images off of my camera onto my laptop. So I put that in there. This I haven't needed to use actually for now. We have a little magnetic shallow pocket here. I think if you had like an iPad pen or just a pen in general, that would be a good spot to throw it in. I instead have a little Allen key and a nickel. These I actually use to tighten or remove the plates that go underneath my camera for different tripods or gimbals. And then in the back here, we have another zipper. And then we have 3 compartments, SD cards, maybe USB keys. Yeah, you could also throw an AirTag in there. I haven't needed to use that. Over here, I keep an iPhone, so work iPhone. I throw my hard drive in there, all my client footage is in here. Then I also, at the very bottom, have my Peak Design camera strap. I have the Peak Design camera plate, tripod plate. This I don't even think I need to have this in my bag anymore, because I just changed my tripod to one that can hold with my gimbal plate. So I don't have to bring this with me. Actually, that's true. I can just put that there. One less thing to carry. Wonderful. And then back here, I have my ND filter. I know, I took it out of the box, but the box was just so bulky. So I've just resorted to using a non-lint microfiber cloth that came with I just tuck that back there, so when I need to shoot outdoors, when it's too bright, I have that. Then I have my white balance card and metering light thingy-majig. I didn't study film, so this is all self-taught, so if I don't know the names. And I throw that in the back. In the front, it's not really padded. It's just like 2 layers of material, but the back is very padded. The bottom is very padded. All the exterior is very padded to keep whatever's in there protected. If you wanted to put a iPad mini or a Switch back here, that would be good for that. If you're not really using this middle section, it's accordion. So you see these little sections right here? It's accordion, so you could just use this as like 2 compartments if you needed to, but you have all the options for all this additional organization and compartment holding of things. I don't think that's a sentence that works. It's not a suspended compartment, but there's enough padding and lining and all of that that you could be a little bit rough with it and your gear would still be protected. And you also have another attachment clip point stability strap that they sell that you could use this if you're running around and you need it, but without the stability strap, I haven't had issues with the sling staying on either. Or you could just attach other things onto here. At 148 Canadian and 105 USD for the non-X-Pack version, the 600 denier Axoflux material, 168 Canadian dollars and 119 USD for the X-Pack version. It's definitely premium priced, and it's not gonna be for everybody. And also you can see it as, this is a 3-in-1 desk caddy, as well as it being just a tech pouch organizer. I don't even know if you can call it 3-in-1 then, but I'm calling it 3-in-1. You know, the sling. I do have a discount code as well as affiliate links in the description down below so you can save a little bit of money, and it also is a great way to support the channel. It does give me a little bit of a kickback at no extra cost for you. If you do buy this, do come back and share your experience. If you have a lot of tech and gear, especially bulkier ones to carry, and you just want to throw it in a bag but still have it organized, I feel like this is perfect for your needs. Or if you're traveling, you just want to minimize the amount of gear that you have with you. Let's say you're a digital nomad and you're traveling for a month abroad, you don't really want to bring a lot of stuff with you. This is perfect for that. You can just pull this out when you need, and then when you're on your day trips, you convert it into a sling and off you go. So you can minimize the amount of stuff that you bring with you, but stay organized. From chaos to control, if something helps you stay organized, be more productive, and enjoy the process, that's worth a lot. It's not quite priceless, but close. If you want to see the other EDC sling that I really love, that I use purely for EDC daily activities, then you can check out this review right here. And if you want to check out the other bag that I review that I really love from them, the Alpaka Metro backpack, which is a 12-liter minimal backpack for laptop and just a little bit of extra, you could check out that review. And that bag is actually cheaper than the X-Pack version of this sling. So maybe that's all that you need. If you don't need to carry a lot of stuff, that could be it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.